already tired and I haven't even started this video. Just moving all these books over in this general area so I can film them for you. But hi, hello everyone. My name is Shelby. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. I'm so glad you're here with me today because today we're going to be doing a big old book haul, and this is just a random assortment. Most of these are special edition books that I have gotten over the past few months or so. My TBR, or not my TBR, I don't keep a TBR cart. My cart that I have a cart that anytime I get new books in, I just put on there so that I know what new books I need to feature in a haul video. It's overflowing. I know I've got like another subscription box sitting next to me that I need to open at some point. And I have some pre-orders that are going to be coming in soon. So there's going to be more books, but I was just like, I'm tired of these books overflowing. And some of my books, like from sitting on this cart, are starting to like warp like the edges of it. So I need to take them off of this cart and actually put them on my bookshelf so they can be safer and not get damaged, you know? But before we get into this book haul, please make sure if you like this video that you are hitting that thumbs up button and also subscribing if you haven't already. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday, so you can hit that notification bell to be notified when I post those new videos. We have a great time here. Romance books. I make romance recommendations. I've been trying to do more vlogs, although it seems like not as many people like the vlogs, which is fine. I get it. Hauls like this, unboxing videos. It's a great time over here. So I'm super excited to share off all of these books with you. If you watch my unboxing videos, I feel like a lot of this is not going to be new. You will have seen some of these books in those unboxing videos, but some of them are just other random special editions that I've gotten, and sometimes when I've actually just decided to go to the bookstore. I don't do that very often. A lot of times most of my spending is more for special edition books. But occasionally I will, just go out, and I do have some pre-orders that I've done. So we're just going to get right into it. And it's super excited. I am going to show off first and foremost what I opened last night. And I'm so happy to get these. I am on Simone's influencer team. I did get a PR package from her. I was so surprised. I did request for a PR package and sign up to get a PR package, but their team said that it was a very limited quantity and that not everybody that signed up for it or was even on the influencer team would be getting a package. And I saw some other people opening theirs like a week before mine arrived, and I was just kind of like, okay, I'm probably in that select amount that didn't get this. So I was just like trying to like be like, it's fine, I'm so happy for them. Maybe next time I'll be able to get a PR package. And then over the weekend, it was just on my doorstep. And I was near tears. I was beyond excited for this. And this is to celebrate the new release of Bitterburn, which is going to be coming out. It'll be out on the September 30th. So that'll be in like a week and a half after I post this video. So we have special editions of the entire series. It also came with a bunch of little goodies in it, like this sweater, which I'm super excited about, that I can just wear this like around my house when it's super chilly, and I can just lounge in this seriously gorgeous box. We have sticker sheet and then little like tabs for annotating, which I'm not a big annotating kind of person, but I don't know. I'll end up having multiple copies of Bitterburn now, so maybe I might annotate one of those. I'm not sure. Probably not. And then there are some page overlays. This one I have to be careful of what I show you because it's a little bit more on the spicier side. But yes, so we have Salt Kiss, and it has this gorgeous foiling on it. And then there's also foiling for some of these flowers. It also has this gorgeous foiling on the edges. They're signed. And then it has the model covers, which is only on the ebooks on the inside. So I'm super excited about that. Then we got Honeycut, again with the foiling, the flower foiling, the edges. signed and the gorgeous model and Bitterburn. I honestly am so excited. Number one, that I got these gorgeous special editions of these. Number two, that I have Bitterburn in my hands, which I also have the e-arc of it that I'm currently reading, but I have the actual physical book in my hands before it comes out. This is just so amazing. And then the edges, and then again, the model covers. I'm excited that I have the model covers. I think Hello Lovely did this version, and I really want them to do the other books of this series with the model covers on, because I will snatch those up so quickly. So quick. Yes, I'm so excited about those. That just made my day getting that. Yeah, the rest of this is just kind of a smorgasbord. They're all kind of jumbled together. We're gonna be going back and forth between different boxes, so I'm sorry, y'all. There's just kind of a little bit of a chaotic book haul, but what else is new? So first, we have Marked by Masks and Secrets by Maggie Sinceri. This is a special edition from Fake Crate. I think this is the last book that I have gotten from Fake Crate, because I don't really like all the extra stuff that was in Fake Crate, and most of the books that I was getting from them were YA, and I am not a YA reader. I think they were planning on separating out and doing an adult versus a YA box, so I might subscribe again at some point and getting like the adult box with, if they have like a book only version of it, I might consider doing that at some point, because I mean, these are really pretty books. We also got this beautiful art print. The inside of this is also really pretty. Looks like a tarot card. And then art on the inside. It's a very pretty book. I've heard this is like a fantasy romance book that I've heard is really good. So, and then I have several books from my Satis Fiction book box unboxings, and I can't remember if I had this one in my last haul, so if I did, you're just going to see it again. But we have Living Legend by Ali Shante. This is one of the most gorgeous books that I own, and the inside is this pretty foiled pink. I'm kind of hoping Satis Fiction does the rest of this series. I did actually read this book, and it was really good, and I plan on continuing with it at some point. You all know how I am with series. It's hard for me to finish them. And then we have May a Divine Awaken by Michael Tinsley. I think this one might be YA. All of the books from Satis Fiction book box are science fiction and fantasy books by Black authors. So I really appreciate that, and that's why I wanted to get it, is to diversify my reading. And honestly, all the books that I've gotten from them are so freaking gorgeous. So gorgeous. Like this one might be my favorite cover of all time. Celestial Bodies by R.A. Moreau. Like this. Oh, and these edges, so stunning. And then we have the Naked book. This is one I really want to get to before the end of the year. And then we have Bones to the Wind by Tatiana Obi, which is, I believe this is like maybe like a new adult, potentially, fantasy book, but it's dragons, but within like a desert kind of area. So I thought that was very interesting. And then the Naked. And then from Renegade Box, which this is one of the books that it's starting to curl, so I need to like put it on my shelves so it stops doing that. But we got the Ruby Dixon box, which included 3 books. So we have When She Purrs. I personally am not the biggest fan that Renegade does this like glossy cover, but they are very pretty. When She Belongs. And then we have this one, which has a bunch of different short stories in it that have to do with the Ristiverse series. So this one has The Alien's Mail Order Bride, Pretty Human, and on the back there's When She's Ready and When She's Married. So I have read a few different books of this series and I've really enjoyed it. I do like the art style of these. And a random assortment of not special editions. No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel. I think I got this one and a few of these different ones in Steamy Lit book box, which I have canceled my subscription for that just because it is a little bit more expensive for me to put out since it is a quarterly book box. I loved their book box, but I just need to be kind of picky and choosy with my subscriptions, and I might honestly cancel some of my more just because, excuse me, I might honestly cancel some more just because finances are kind of tight. But we got that one. And then Flirty Dancing by Jennifer Moffat. This one was, I just bought this. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is a fantasy. I don't know that there's a romance in this, but I mean, this cover is really cool, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. Again, this is me if I feel inclined in a fantasy mood, which I'm usually not. This is an Indigenous author, so I thought this would be good to try to widen my horizons and read more diversely. So, heard amazing things about this book. Then Cleat Cute by Meryl Wilsner. This one is actually a gift from a friend because she got it signed for me. Out on a Limb by Hannah Bottom Young. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. It features a disabled character, so I need to get to this. Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. This is the third book of the Skyland series. I love that it's got some of like the foiled flowers on it. I have not read the second book of this series, and so I need to read the second book before I get to this one, but I'm so excited to have this on my shelves. Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. I'm also super excited to get to this one. This is book 2 of, I don't know, but I read the first book of this last year and adored it. Super excited to get to this one. I just haven't yet. Then from, I want to say this is from Renegade. They continued their Lily Mayne box that I had gotten previously, and they did some of the rest of the books in the series. So we have, I believe this is book 3. Yes, this is book 3. So we have The Reich. And then Gloam. Which these are all matte, which is what I think Renegade used to do, and which is what I prefer. So we have Win here. So I don't know when they went to the glossy covers. I'm super excited because I have the other 2 books already on my shelves. Then we have the Stasia Stark box from Arcane Society. These are both so gorgeous. I don't remember which one is the first one, so we're just going to go with this one. A Court This Cruel and Lovely. I just adore the pastel. And then the Naked and the River Stutch jacket are also gorgeous. Like, look how pretty that is. And then there's also looks super spicy. And then A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty. That's a dragon. The Naked book. And this one is also super spicy on the inside. And then the reverse is also so pretty. And then I have a couple of books from Beastly Tales book box, which is another bi-monthly book box, but this one is another monster romance box. This one we have Run Run Rabbit by CM Nescosta, and I just love that they look like comic books. Foiled edges, like the inside, even like the book itself, like the chapter headers, like it looks like a comic book. It's just so fun. The inside is a little spicy. And then we have Birds of Prey by Carly Barrios. So this is the second book that they've done. I mean, they do a fantastic job with their books. Then we have the Naked cover, which it's like so much spices going on that I don't have enough fingers to cover it up. So we're just going to leave it at that. I'm going to show you this. So pretty. And again, I'm going to try to cover up the naughty bits if I can. I have a special edition of Behold Her by Emily Antoinette. This is like trade paperback size, which also has some like naughty overlays bound into it that I can't show you, but this one. And then I have Space for Growth by Emily Antoinette, which I ordered as like a book bundle. This one came with a bunch of different overlays in it and like stickers and other artwork. I mean, look how cute that is. This is like the third book of a series, and I don't own the rest of the books of the series, but I don't remember why. I just saw some other people with artwork of this, and I was just like, I needed to have it. So I do plan on reading this series. And then here's some other books that I need to put up on my shelves because they're starting, like the edges are starting to turn, is the new covers of the Thorn Chapel series. So we have Harvest of Sighs, which because I pre-ordered this, I did get these little tarot cards with it. So we have the Socialite, Old Libraries, The Genius, and Sapphic Grumpy Sunshine. And then Door of Bruises, which is the fourth book of the series. And our other tarot cards. So we have Thorn Chapel, Rich Boy, Poor Boy, The Door, and Ménage à Trois, or Trois. Then we have my special editions from Fae Crate from their Opus collection, which is not something that you have to be subscribed to. They're just like random open pre-orders for these special edition books, and most of the time they are romance books, and most of the time they're spicy romance books. So I have they did a reprint of their what is this, Dustwalker Bride series. I was so upset that I missed the first time around because I remember thinking about it and being like, oh no, I'm just gonna leave it, and then being so jealous of people that got these. And so then I was able, because I did this reprint order for it, I should be getting the rest of the books in the series. They said those should be coming out, be shipped out before the end of the year. So we have the first book, A Soul to Keep, which I am actually doing a reread of this one right now with a friend of mine on TikTok to try to incentivize myself to read the rest of the books of the series, because it is an 8-book series. It is now complete, which is kind of what I was waiting for, because I knew that if I kept waiting, like I would forget stuff. So I'm hoping that I can just like binge this series and finish it. So I'm currently about halfway through book 1, and I already have book 2 queued up on my Kindle, which is A Soul to Heal. It's kind of hard to show you with like my lights. I don't know, but it's very pretty. And then we have Naked. I know these are very strange looking creatures, monstrous creatures, but The first book is one of the sweetest romances I have ever read. I believe this one is book 3, A Soul to Touch. And then A Soul to Guide. Super excited to get the rest of the books in this series and to continue reading it. Recent purchase of mine. I got The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is like a special edition of this book, which I used to have, but I just couldn't resist the bright pink and the blue and pink edges. And then, I mean, look at those end papers. I have read this book. I loved this series. I did not read The Legacy yet or her spin-off series, but super excited about this. Another more recent purchase, On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. I've heard really great things about this, and then I've heard some people say that they didn't think it was all that great, but it's got vampires and dragons. I mean, I couldn't resist. And then look at these edges too. Like, that's so pretty. I might end up doing a buddy read with one of my friends with this book. Then some more from Opus from Fae Crate. I got the Tattered Curtain series by Greer Rivers. So we have Phantom by Greer Rivers. Of course, the edges. I remember. I really adored Phantom, and I have the rest of the books of the series. I just have not gotten to them. These are all like retellings of different plays. So Phantom of the Opera. This one is Moulin Rouge. So Rouge. No, and then the edges. And then Dreadful, which is a Sweeney Todd retelling. Okay, the last of my non-special editions, I did get Keep Me by Sarah Kate when I was traveling and we went to a BAM. So this is apparently a BAM exclusive one. I don't know what's different about it, but I didn't get I haven't owned this one yet. That was one of the few Sarah Kate books that I have not read yet. Same with this one. This is a new release from Sarah Kate, which I haven't actually started reading yet, and I need to. This is the first book of the Salacious Legacy series, which is a spinoff from the Salacious Players Club series, which I'm so excited about. So we have The Good Girl Effect. I pre-ordered this, so I did get the model cover. It was a paperback overlay on top of the paperback, and it's got spicy art. We have these gorgeous edges. So I'm so excited about that. I also got Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. I've heard so many good things about this book. I might honestly try to pick this one up really soon because I'm dying to read this one. It's like a punk noir, I don't know, kind of story of like Lilith. And then look at, I don't know, the naked in itself also looks so pretty. And then we have this reverse dust jacket, which is a map. I don't know, this artwork is stunning. There's so much detail in this. And then apparently it was also signed when I bought it. So that's super exciting. I need to get this one because it sounds so cool. And then we have The Offer from by T.M. Richardson. This is the second book of the Secret series, and this is from Steamy Lit. And then I got the third book of, I think this is the Witch Collector series by Charissa Weeks or Carissa Weeks. So we have The Wolf and the Witch. This is like an add-on that you could do for Arcane. Honestly, really adore this naked. I don't know what it is with like the pastels. It's just so pretty. And then Between Fear and Favor by Jess Wisecup. This will match my other books from this series by Jess Wisecup from, I think it's from Bookish Box. I adore this fantasy romance series. One of my favorite fantasy romance series of all time. It's so good and more people should read it. But this last book did gut me. It ended on such a huge cliffhanger. So I'm really dying for book 4 to come out. Oh my goodness. Which is probably not going to be for a while. And I think this is from Bell Book Box, which is another box that I have since canceled my subscription to. This is the Zio Axelrod box from Bell Book Box. So I think this is a series, but I don't remember which one is first. So we have The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes. Lincoln. And Girls with Bad Reputations. I really love the colors of these. Really pretty. And then one other book from Fae Crate. I believe this one is YA Illusions of Fate by Nisha Sharma. And then another Opus collection from Fae Crate. This is the Bond Dissolution Omegaverse series, which I have read parts 1 and 2 of The Scent of Us, but I have not read The Heat of Us yet. So I just think these are so pretty. So here's part 1 of The Heat of Us. Or The Scent of Us, excuse me. And the inside, it just looks so artsy. So cute. And then part 2. The Heat of Us, which I need to read. It was a great Omegaverse series. And finally, I have 3 books from Moonlight Book Box, which is another fantasy romance subscription box. So we have White Horse Black Knights by Evie Marceau, I think is how you say her name. This just reminds me of Lady Godiva. I think that's what her name was. We're very spicy. Hard work. My book stacks are gonna fall over. And then we have Bitten and Bound by Amy Penza. So this is like the full trilogy, all of the books, and this is actually the only books from Moonlight that I've gotten that I have actually read. This is like a vampire MMF series. It was good, not my favorite, but it was good. And then finally, The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. You can see it's like so dark, but he's got like blood and stuff coming off of him. It's super creepy. So pretty. So yes, that was my very large book haul, which I'm so excited that I did this because now, or am I excited? Because So now I have to try to find room for all of these books on my shelves, but I need to find room for them because they need to not be in that cart anymore because I don't want to try to damage them any further. But anyway, if you have read any of these books, let me know what your thoughts are. I love hearing from you all, but I think that's going to be it for this one. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.